Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for joining the show this evening, this Friday night. Good to see all you guys in here. Everybody in the chat box, everybody watching live. Shout out to all you guys. Appreciate you. Please hit like and subscribe on this if you haven't already. Cap mode time, baby. Here we go. Pump for this. We are in cap mode time, baby. We're gonna talk Cowboys. You know how we do it here. Talking about our boys in blue, heading up to the northwest to face the Seattle Seahawks. All right. 2-0, the Seahawks. Cowboys 1-1. All right. So for this game, guys, we got to get this. All right. Plain as that. Um, you don't want to lose this game right now. The way the Seattle Seahawks are playing, the way they're winning, they look like they're gonna make a run here. Like the Seahawks look like a team that's gonna be in the mix at the end of the year. They just have that look now. Obviously, a lot of people, a lot of the pundits, the guys that we don't really pay attention to are chalking up a loss for the Cowboys. So for me, I think the Cowboys, they just have to play clean football. They absolutely cannot do what they did last week with the turnovers. Punt, fumble, 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 punt, fumble. Like I don't think we'll see another game like that from the Cowboys the rest of the year. So good to get that out of the system. Okay. We know that some of these early games were going to kind of feel like preseason. We're seeing injuries all over the league. So, no team has been immune to it. Everybody's is taking on major injuries. Okay. Cowboys, Seahawks, they're beat up, man. So we're beat up. They're beat up. It's going to come down to, are your backups prepared? Mike McCarthy, he talks about being prepared at all moments, even your backups. So the good thing about the Cowboys is these backups are getting crucial playing time. Okay. So Tyron Smith, questionable. I'm ruling him out. Okay. Go ahead and sit him again. Let that neck, the stinger, whatever the heck they're calling it. Cowboys are being ambiguous about all these injuries right now. But try to save Tyron, for a little bit of a run here. He's questionable. Game time decision. I don't think he's. I actually want to see Brandon Knight again. All right, I keep calling him Doug Free Light, and he just looks like him. Same size, body type, and look good out there. He looked relatively good. Terrence Steele played a better game. Last week. So Lyle Collins, they're saying that he's going to be out past the 3 weeks. So what's going on there with that? We still don't really know. Is he massively out of shape? Massively out of shape plus the hip? Is it the hip because of being out of shape? So there's a lot going on there with Lyle Collins, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating. Of course, there's a lot of mystery as far as what's going on with Lyle Collins. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because he hasn't done this before. This hasn't happened to him before. Now, he has had toe issues, right? He's had turf toe and this kind of thing, but these are football-related injuries. This with Lyle Collins, you're not 100% sure. There's speculation that it's, conditioning, maybe the wreck that he had. We don't know. So I'm gonna let that slide for right now. But for Tyron Smith, let him rest up again. Let's look at Brandon Knight. The Seattle Seahawks front, they got LJ Collier. I mean, it's a whole mishmash of new names there. But let's not get it twisted. Pete Carroll, just as good as Mike McCarthy is at getting the team prepared, Pete Carroll is that as well. So even though you may not recognize a lot of these names across that front or even their backups, you best believe that Pete Carroll's going to have these guys prepared. So I'm not looking at this as a cakewalk by any means. I think it's going to be a challenging game. Now, what I will say is this: the Cowboys, if they play better ball, which I'm anticipating they will be, getting some of the early nerves and some of the rust off. Everybody's knocking off the rust, right? And the team should be able to be playing faster. And I think the key to this game is going to be the secondary. Both these secondaries are a little bit banged up. Cheeto Wuze, he's been ruled out, so he's not going to play. So we're looking at a banged up Trayvon Diggs. He looks like he's going to be good to go, according to the latest report. Now, what if he gets banged up, making a tackle? He's a physical cornerback, right? So maybe what if he gets dinged up and they have to pull him out? That's when I'll get worried. But right now, I think you're going to be okay with Trayvon Diggs, and you're probably looking at Daryl Worley on the other side, okay? Um, Maybe even Jordan Lewis. I mean, they're going to have to go a little deep there at cornerback, probably. It'll be interesting to see what the deactivations are for this game. But it's gonna be it's gonna be a test. It is. I'm not so sure it's a litmus test, but it's a test as far as the Cowboys turning the corner. All right, we got to get that. I feel especially the first game, these two games still kind of felt a little bit like Jason Garrett still had his his fingers in this thing, but the second half was the tell of the game, a tell of two halves, right? Let's take that momentum and carry it into Seattle, a Mike McCarthy team, right? So I want to see that grit from the Cowboys. I want to see that they can stay on top of these guys. Especially on defense, right? We're looking at defense, and you know, they're already kind of pointing fingers and crap, and I don't like to see that. You hear Jalen Smith say this, you hear Alden Smith saying this, the coaches are saying something else. So I don't want to have any like crazy stuff happening behind the scenes on the defense. But they have already said that these guys, Everson Griffin, these other guys are going to have their hand in the dirt. 3-point stance, Everson Griffin more comfortable coming off the ground with his technique and things like that. So let's see if that does well for the Cowboys. I think it will. They've been close a couple of times, and this game it's going to be fun. All right. Now, the inside, if you guys saw my Neville Gallimore tape, go check that out if you haven't. But if you did, you can see Neville Gallimore kind of coming along little by little. The snaps that he's going to get in this game are going to be against the right guard, Damian Lewis, third-round pick out of LSU. Okay. Now, Gallimore went up against Damian Lewis in the college football playoff. I think it was the semifinal round. LSU trounced the Sooners in that game. Neville Gallimore had 3 tackles in that game. So Damian Lewis, I think his strength is going to be pass protection. All right. Now, for Neville Gallimore, that's a 3-tech. Tristan Hill, 3-tech. So that's going to be a battle to watch. Okay, I want to see Tristan Hill, Neville Gallimore. Are they going to be able to beat Ethan Posick, the center, and Damian Lewis, that right guard rookie? So I want to see that. That's going to be fun to watch there in the middle. And then our guys on the outside, they should be able to feast on this offensive line. One of the things that I feel is a little bit of a weakness for Seattle is that offensive line. But they'll probably line up some tight ends. Their offense may mimic a little bit what we're going to be doing. Jamal Adams, the human wrecking machine. You want to get Jamal in coverage. You can beat him in coverage. Obviously, he can play in coverage, but that's not his game. He's a box. He's an in-box. He's versatile, but his strength is in the box. You saw that last year with the Jets when we played the Jets. He was up there, hitting Zeke, hitting Dak, hitting Jason Witten in the flat. So that's going to be a challenge for our tight ends. You're going to need to chip this guy and hit him. So Dalton Schultz, I think, is going to be a key tight end because he's our blocking tight end. But we've seen him elevate he can catch this ball. I love his hands. They look soft. All right. So Dalton Schultz, let's see what you got, man. This is going to be a big game. Like I said, you're going to have to block Jamal Adams on some of these run plays because he's going to be up in the box. All right, just like they did with the Jets, they're going to do the same thing with him there. Uh, Now, outside of Jamal Adams, they're all beat up all over the place as well. So we, Mike McCarthy should be salivating at the mismatches in this game for the Cowboys. They're beat up, and we have Ferraris. All three of them are still out there. Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, and CeeDee Lamb is really catching on, man. He's really catching on. So I like CeeDee Lamb in the slot. I think he has the potential to really tear it up this game. We keep talking about Tony Pollard. They're not using him as much. Okay. Um, I don't know, man. So when he does get the ball, he looks good. They're just not giving him enough snaps. So hopefully we're not going to waste away Tony Pollard's career. It is early. Let's see if they can use him more in this game. Some screens and that kind of thing. So we'll see what they do there with that. But the trenches, the secondary for both teams, they're probably going to go deep. Like I said, we'll watch the deactivations, but I suspect we're going to see CJ Goodwin in this one. Does Reggie Robinson get activated for this game? Will he be a first-time activate? He's been deactivated the last 2 weeks, so you might see Reggie Robinson in this game. Okay, so we might need an unsung hero in this game. Could it be Dalton Schultz? Could it be these young offensive tackles? Knocking out this rush that they're going to try to pull against us, but like I said, I don't mind seeing in this game. He held his own. Okay, so if you can find something in Brandon Knight, a future piece, you might be able to do something with the roster here later down the road. Obviously, they readjusted Tyron Smith's contract, so that one there, I don't know. Lyle Collins, he just got a new contract, and I'm not saying we're gonna dump these players right now, but I am saying you got to be prepared for the future, baby. All right. So your best attribute is availability, right? Let's not give these guys too much of a pass, because when you're out, you do hurt the team. So we'll see what they do there with that. But I like the way Terrence Steele is handling himself in interviews, and obviously he's learning from the best players in here. So I think that's well for him. Brandon Knight, already 2 years under this with these guys, and I'm sure he's learned some tricks of the trade from these maulers, Tyron Smith and Lyle. So it's good, man. It's good. So what do I think is going to happen in this game? All right. I think it's going to be a close one, guys. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by either team. I think it will be close. It's going to come down to turnovers. Who's going to win the turnover battle? All right. Simple as that. Who wins the turnover battle? Who has splash plays? All right. Russell Wilson is going to get his splash play. Now you just got to limit it. All right. Do you put a spy on him? Will it be Jalen Smith spying on him? You don't want to put Jalen Smith in coverage. That's not his game. He's a box player. He can spy. He's got the speed, right? So you don't want to see Jalen Smith in coverage. Seahawks are going to try to put him in coverage to beat him with tight ends and running backs out the backfield. So keep an eye on that part of the game, guys. But defensively speaking, I feel good about where we're at now. I do want to see the progression of Connor Williams, if there's even such a thing at this point. Honestly, I don't feel that there is a progression. I think, Connor Williams is what he is right now. All right. So Jaron Reed, I think he's probably like their premier defensive tackle. I think he's dinged up. Let's take a look at the injury report, guys. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look and see what we got here on the injury report. Let's take a look at this, guys. All right. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look at the injury report here. Okay, so looking at the Cowboys, Cheeto, Trayvon, the shoulder, full practice. Cheeto has been ruled out. DeMarcus Lawrence, let me know if you guys have heard if he's officially out or is he a game time decision. Tyron Smith's game time decision. Have you heard anything? Have you guys heard anything about DeMarcus Lawrence? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat box. I haven't seen anything there yet on DeMarcus Lawrence, if he's going to be a game time decision or have they ruled him out. Cheeto Awuzie, they have ruled him out. So that's where we're at on that. Okay. Seattle, look at this. They got a lot of they're pretty beat up, man. They're pretty beat up, right? So it's a hell of a banged up team themselves, right? I mean, look at this. This thing keeps going and going. Now, a lot of these guys, full practice participants, limited practice. Now, these are the ones you got to look at. Rasheem Green, that's good. He's out. Quadriceps, probably won't be able to run. Benson Mayowa, the former Cowboy, the groin. That's hard to come back from. Jerron Reed, just talked about him. Dwayne Brown. All right. So that's where we're at on the injuries. Okay. So the Seahawks are coming into this game just as banged up, if not more than the Cowboys. Cowboys are going to come into this game as the underdog. They should come into this game with a chip on their shoulder. All right. I want to see some fight from this team like we've never seen before. I want to see a Mike McCarthy imprint on this team right now. All right. Let's get it done. Let's kick this thing into high gear and be that team, especially on defense. We already know that the Cowboys offense can score at will. They can score really quick. Now, what I hate is when the offense scores really quick, the defense comes on the field and they take the whole series off and they let the other team score. That's what they did under Garrett. I want to see if they're able to pull that part of the culture out of the defense, okay? Because that crap drives me crazy, man. That I'm pretty sure. Let me know if that drives you crazy. Cowboys offense does their thing. They score. Defense comes on the field, and they get rolled for a quick touchdown too. Let me know if you can't stand that. I can't. And that happened a lot under Garrett with the defense. It's like they took their foot off the pedal and they let the offense back in the game. And it always kept the games close every single time. I want to see us put our foot on the pedal on defense. Okay, the offense does their thing. Defense, I want to see you guys do your thing too. All right. Yeah, I understand there's injuries across the board, but everybody has them right now. Okay, I think that's a cop-out excuse point, man. I mean, the NFL is this. It's a case study, right? It is a case study because you see now the NFLPA and the NFL, they agreed to skip the preseason. I bet if they could do it all over again, maybe they would reconsider because, man, they're dropping like flies. They're dropping like flies. So conditioning and that kind of thing, it's coming into play. So let me know what you guys think about that. Oh, man. Jeez, man. I feel like I'm getting a cold. Hopefully not. All right. Now, what do you guys think is going to be the biggest issue the Cowboys face in this game? All right. I talked about turnovers, and I talked about that. So turnovers, time of possession, you want to win that. And I think if you win in those phases and special teams, you win this game. All right. We need to grab some interceptions. We're pretty close, man. You've seen these corners try to snatch that ball out of the air. Now, it's not going to be an easy thing. This Russell Wilson, pretty accurate quarterback. He has a beautiful deep ball. DK Metcalf is going to probably be going up against Trayvon Diggs. It's going to be a good battle. It's going to be a good one. All right. But I feel confident, man. I do. I feel confident about Trayvon Diggs in this game against these wide receivers, whoever it's going to be. Jordan Lewis getting his feet under him. He had a horrible game coming out, but that I'm attributing that to straight up rust because he missed all of a big chunk at the end there of training camp and things like that, right? So high ankle, that's a hard thing to come back. He's probably not even playing at 100%, but hopefully in this game, we see the playmaking Jordan Lewis that we're kind of accustomed to seeing, right? We need that next man up mentality. We got to have it from the defense. Brandon Knight, he held it up. Terrence Steele coming along better each week. All right, so that's good. Now the defenders, I want to see the next man up mentality. All right, if DeMarcus is ruled out or doesn't play, or if he plays and then pulls himself out, Everson Griffin, Bradley Anae, these guys, I want to see more of it. All right, we need an unsung hero. Alden Smith, I feel confident he's going to do his thing. He's been all over the place. All right, but you got to have production across the board. Linebackers, Joe Thomas had a heck of a game. Can he stack up another one? All right. If he keeps playing like he's playing, Cowboys are going to need to just go ahead and give this guy an extension at the bye week or something like that, because otherwise, you're going to put too much pressure on this team to revamp that linebacker core. Especially if they're going to go to a 3-4, which that's what the plan is, right? To go to a 3. This hybrid, like I said, this hybrid thing, all it is, it's the gray matter. It's the gray space between a 4-3 and a 3-4, and in the middle, you have this hybrid crap. All right. Now, this hybrid crap is just another word for we don't have the full player personnel, outside linebackers, and these kinds of players that we want. You still need a lot more beef. You need 5 techs. In the 3-4, you need bigger defensive ends. Right now we have 4-3 defensive ends. The only guy that kind of resembles a 3-4 type of player is Dontari Poe, and he's not looking good right now. He's not looking good in this hybrid defense. He's getting beat on one-on-ones. I've seen it. I watched all these plays on the last one, guys. You saw the Neville Gallimore tape, and I'm sure you guys looked at Dontari Poe in those, and he wasn't getting it done, man. So I don't know what Jerry's talking about. They asked him about Dontari Poe. He said he's exceeded his expectations or something like that. I'm like, nah, man, no. I don't know what you're talking about, Jerry, but that ain't the case. That ain't the case. All right. So I want to see better play there from this guys. But yeah, man, it's going to be a little bit of a transition. I expect to see a little bit more of a headaches from the defense, but I expect McCarthy to have these guys in better position on defense, especially Nolan Carroll. No, not Nolan Carroll. Mike Nolan. Because you don't want to see this defense be crappy, and then here we go, firing Mike Nolan and bringing in another defensive coordinator. All right. Now, if that does happen, they'll have to look at somebody. I know that Mike McCarthy wanted Dom Capers to come back, but he's with the Minnesota Vikings right now, so obviously that wasn't going to work. That was his first choice, was Dom Capers. And he worked with him in Green Bay. 3-4 guru, as you could tell. As you know, Dom Capers is a 3-4 guru. You talk about 3-4 gurus, Dom Capers, Wade Phillips, and some of these other guys. Wade Phillips I don't even think he's coaching right now. Matt Patricia could be a name to monitor. I don't think he's going to make it in Detroit. He's either going to rejoin Belichick in New England, or he'll be a coordinator somewhere. But that's way, way down the line. Sorry about getting off tangent on that there, but something to watch. Let me take a look at the comments here, guys. Appreciate everybody here in the comments. I'll take some questions from you guys. Tavis, defense should bum rush the middle. I think we'll have success there, but it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a big time battle because Posick and Damian Lewis playing relatively well. Like I said, Damian Lewis from LSU, in my opinion, he's a better pass blocker. Okay, so I think if you're going to see runs from these guys, Chris Carson and the running back by committee, they're going to be coming on the outside. I don't think you're going to see much, as far as in the middle of the defense. So we'll see what they do there. But I agree, man. If you can get pressure from the middle, you're really, putting a lot of pressure. on the quarterback. Thanks for the donation, Travis. Appreciate you, man. Jamal Adams reminds me of Brian Dawkins, a nightmare. Yeah, man. I agree, Donnell. Yeah, he's gonna be somebody you gotta watch. There's no doubt about it. Solomon Jernigan, this is a statement game that Dak Prescott earned his respect in Seattle. Cowboys Nation all the way from Washington State. All right, Solomon Jernigan. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I see the team getting a big league and letting Dallas Cowboys pass for us work this week. Yeah, I agree, man. Lavelle in the house. This is gonna be test all hands on deck for sure. Yeah, for sure. It is all hands on deck, Lavelle, and it's from the backup position on both teams, but for the Cowboys, really what we're talking about. The next man up mentality didn't really work so much under the Garrett administration, but it's kind of bearing some good results here under McCarthy so far. You look at Brandon Knight, obviously they developed him, so he's looking good. Terrence Steele, I feel, is playing better and better. Thank God. I was worried that we were going to have a tight end on his side every snap, but that's not the case. So I think he's cleaning up his mistakes. What a story that is, man. What a story that is, because either way you have it, if Lyle Collins does come back in week 5 or 6, who knows how long he's going to be out, these are valuable snaps for Terrence Steele, okay? And no matter how this season ends, he's going to be a solid backup. You don't have to worry about who's our swing tackle and this and that. You're going to have some you'll have some options, I guess you could say. That's something to monitor for sure. Appreciate you, Lavelle. Appreciate you. Let's see what else we got here, guys. Let me catch up to the comments here, guys. Bear with me. Keep them coming, though. Trying to get through these. Stevie Mac, did you listen to the new Deftones album yet? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I love it. I love it. Another one, is the new Deftones album good? Yeah, it is. It is. It's really good, man. I love it more than Gore. Gore was a little bit of a sleeper, but Ohms is spot on, man. That's funny seeing y'all talk about that. I didn't know you guys were into them. I listen to all kinds of stuff, man. I listen to hip hop, rock, heavy metal. I love the classics, the 60s, 70s. The only thing I don't really listen to is country. All right. I don't have any playlists that have country. Now, if it's playing somewhere, I don't mind. Okay, let's get back to the questions. So, Joe, if Connor Williams is what he is, then what the hell is Connor McGovern? Yeah, it's a great question. And this is what I was thinking to myself is, what is Connor McGovern? What were the blinking lights that they were talking about? Were the blinking lights a warning sign not to draft this guy? That's kind of how I feel about this, because, just the fact that they were looking at Ron, is a huge red flag. It's a huge red flag, because why are you looking outside the organization if you have an in-house 3rd-round pick, Connor McGovern? So yeah, man. Is this something is it strength related? He did have back-to-back pec injuries, but I would have expected him to be stronger. Now maybe, not having the off season with the team, maybe he's not as strong as we need him to be. I'm not sure, but it is a little bit concerning. It is a red flag. A 3rd-round pick is very high. Okay. There was the whole conversation, and it's still a conversation. Can we take a look at Connor Williams at tackle? Can he play left tackle? Can we put him over there at tackle? Would he be better than Brandon Knight right now? And I don't want to get ahead of myself on Brandon Knight by any means, but he had a solid game. I think his rating was like up there with the elite players last week. Now let's see what he does this week. It's all about consistency. What have you done for me lately, right? So, we'll see how these offensive linemen do. But yeah, man, that's a great question on Connor McGovern. The Terminator. Where is that? Where's that Terminator mentality? We haven't seen it yet. You know what I mean? Let's see what else we got here, guys. Let's see what else. Stevie Mac. You're right, man. Radiant City. Awesome. Poe is soft. Thank you. I'm glad other people are seeing this. You know, that he just got blown up too easy in that game. Uh, he looks slow out there. Like I said, maybe a 4-3 is not his thing. I think, you know, if we were full blown 3-4, we're anchoring right there in the middle. I think he might do better. But right now, uh, not so much. And Antoine Woods is the backup. He's a little short, a little small to me. So, you know, I wouldn't mind upgrading the one tech position. Even next year when we go to, you know, full time, get us something better there. You know what I mean? But the season is early. Maybe Poe takes a little bit of while to get in gear. You know, we did talk about that about Poe. He runs hot and cold. The first 2 weeks he's been cold. Now let's heat up. Come on, Poe. Let's get going, man. Let's get going. Solomon, I think Tristan Hill can play 3 downs because he can pass rush on 3rd down as well. Yeah, Tristan Hill, you know, he's coming along really well. He comes off the ball really fast, and I like how he knifes through the offensive line. I've seen it a couple times, but when he has knifed through, the ball's going somewhere else, or they're shooting out a screen pass, or they're running away from him. So that's a good observation. That's a good observation. DJ, let me see. DJ's dad. Okay, we got a prediction. Cowboys win this game by 2 touchdowns. Wouldn't that be a beautiful thing? Let me know in the comments, guys, in the chat box, or if you're watching this on the replay. What do you think the score is going to be? What's your prediction? You know, are you predicting a 2 touchdown win? That would be awesome. I would love that, man. I want to look prolific out there on both sides of the ball. Seconds on. I'm not trying to control the clock. I'm trying to get out of there early, very early, then let my man Zeke take over the game. Yeah, we'll see how the game folds, right? So, well, it's all about how the game unfolds. It really is what it is. Why do people call it the most inopportune times, bro? Sorry about that, guys. Thought I had that on mute. Yeah, but time of possession, Ezekiel Elliott, you know, the closer, right? Remember when we had Marion Barber and we would do that, right? With Romo, T.O., and these guys that were pretty prolific. And then you would bring in Marion Barber to soften them up and really finish them off with the closer. The Cowboys kind of have that if they want to. They can utilize Tony Pollard and then really hammer them more with Ezekiel Elliott down the game. But that's not really what Zeke's game is. He's not really a closer. He's more of a I'm gonna whoop your ass from start to finish. He's a starter and a finisher. I love Ezekiel Elliott. Like I said, Ezekiel Elliott is 2015 Zeke, Ohio State badass, the guy that earned that number 4 first-round pick. Some people are saying, oh, he's 2016. Nah, man, he's 2015. This guy, I'm telling you, he looks amazing right now, man. I'm really impressed with how Zeke has had in the offseason. We didn't have to worry about all these crazy issues, and obviously it might have been with COVID and everybody being, you know, in lockdowns or whatever. But man, he does look slimmer. He looks faster. He's finishing runs like he did his rookie year and like he did in 2015 with Ohio State. So yeah, man, I love the way Zeke's playing right now. Should Ezekiel Elliott be in the MVP conversation right now? You're starting to hear the conversation. People talking about MVP. Lamar Jackson, Pat Mahomes, Russell Wilson. I think Dak should be in that conversation, man. Ezekiel Elliott could sneak into that conversation. It does have that feeling. You know what I mean? So I love it, man. I love our backs. No more Connors on our team. Yeah, man. I know, right? I know. I know, man. Let's see what else we got in here, guys. Stevie Mack. Too bad Gilmore lost that weight. Would have been better off out of our one tech. Yeah. I think with him, though, I think if you want a 3-4 tech, one tech, you want somebody of Poe's stature, but of a better pedigree. You know what I mean? Honestly, being realistic, when Poe came in the league, he was touted as a very high pick, right? He was going to be this and that. I mean, he had his production, but they didn't keep him. They let him go, and he's kind of bounced around a little bit here and there. So he's a bridge player. You know what I mean? That's what I've been saying. Juan Mendez, greetings from El Paso. Wow, man, that's like a 13, 12-hour drive. Texas is so big. Like you drive and drive and drive, and you're still in Texas. You know what I mean? Like that's way out there. That's way out there. Texas is so big. It is like its own country. Let's see what we got here. Hector Vega. How your extreme predictions on 60 sacks coming along? Yeah, it's not. But it's bold and not extreme, bold, right? So, it's you got to make a correction. We're probably not going to hit that number unless they really rev it up and get crazy here. There we go. There we go, man. All right, where were we, guys? Yeah, the 60 sacks. Not coming along too good, man. Let's see what else we got here. Other predictions. Brad said 40-39, we win. That's a shootout. Ready Red, 45-27 with the dub. 45. See, 40 burgers, that's being prolific, right? But I want to see it where we're prolific because we can dictate the game, not because, oh man, we're behind. We gotta roll and put up some points. I want to be prolific like the Rams, man. Like that's where I want to be. We have the personnel to do it. It's just knocking off some of this rust, man. Cowboys Legend 27 in the house. What's up, bro? See you there. 39-36 Cowboys. That's a good one there. That's a good prediction. Cowboys Legend 27. Hit up his channel. Hit him up, man. Joseph, what's up, buddy? What's going on, man? Ruben Esparza, what's going on, buddy? I live within the egg tossing of the Cardinal Stadium, and yes, I have been. Yeah, that's way out there. That's a heck of a drive, man. Let's see what else we got here in the comments. Maniac. I still say start Donovan Wilson over Thompson. Anyway, I got Dallas over Seattle, 38-35. So, yeah, that's kind of one thing I've been surprised about is, Donovan Wilson came into this, training camp on fire, and then his name just kind of fizzled out, and Darian Thompson won that battle there. Okay, so I still feel that is a position you can get better at for sure. Let's see what else we got in the comments, guys. The man Cunningham, what's up, man? What's up, Dan the man Cunningham? That rhymes, man. That rhymes. All right, guys. Well, we won't keep you too long. It is a Friday night. We love enjoying our Friday night. The week is over, thank God. Saturday, I will be watching the UFC fight. I can't wait for that. That's my outside of the Cowboys. I'm a pretty avid UFC fan. I love that. Like some of you guys mentioned in the comments, the new Deftones album, it's phenomenal. It's awesome. But thanks for checking out the stream tonight, guys. Checking out what to look for. DK Metcalf, Trayvon Diggs is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun game. I'm a fan of great players. I'm a fan of Russ Wilson. I think he's an awesome quarterback. Lamar Jackson, that's what makes the NFL so great. You can be a diehard fan, but you can, from a distance, you can admire and look at a great quality play, right? So this is going to be a great matchup. Two really good quarterbacks, obviously. Dak Prescott trying to nail down another victory for the Cowboys and up that price tag, right? Up that price tag. The more wins, the more money. More money and more money and more money. All right? That's what it's all about, guys. So let's knock the Seagulls out and let's get this victory, guys. But as usual, I will see you guys after the game on here. We'll be going live. We'll talk about it. Hopefully, we're talking about a victory and enjoy the weekend, man. So that's all I have right now, guys. Next time I see you guys will be Sunday after the game. That's all I have right now, guys. Hit like on this before you head out. If you haven't already, click subscribe, share, and I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, everybody. Have a great weekend.